Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the Mercedes-Benz GLE 450e. This is Mercedes' new plug-in hybrid. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Mercedes-Benz of Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this GLE 450e. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder paired to a hybrid system and a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 381 horsepower and then 479 pound-feet of torque. Now the MPGe rating is 58. The MPG rating without any hybrid assist is 24 miles per gallon combined between city and highway driving, and then you've got 48 miles of electric driving range. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, you guys can see here with the lines a little bit soft with the GLE, and then of course got the Mercedes logo there in the center. And then popping down below, you guys can see the new style of headlights for the GLE, and then look at the grille here, how the trim goes across. I think that looks pretty cool. And then you guys can see the blacked out trim right here, and then look at the silver trim at the bottom. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here of the GLE. Coming around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275 45 21 in the front, and then 315 40 21 in the rear. You guys can see with the wheels, you got the silver on the top, metallic gray below that, and you got the silver Mercedes-Benz brake caliper, so it all comes together. Love the fender flares here on the GLE, and then you guys can see the mirror cap body painted. Look at the silver trim around the windows, and you got some more silver trim on the door handles. And then here's your full side-ish view on the GLE. Now taking a look at the key fob, you guys can see we've got our unlock function or lock function, the opening for the hatch as well. Now popping into the back, you guys can see we've got a cargo cover built in from the factory, and the one thing that's cool about the GLE is we've got tons of cargo space here in the rear, and when you're all done, just press this button and that will lower the hatch right back down. Now taking a look at the taillights here, really cool design, and then you got all of your badges including the 450e badge, and then you've got parking sensors here at the bottom, and then you guys can see the covers over the exhaust tips. And wrapping things up, despite the fact that this is a plug-in hybrid, it looks like a regular GLE. Oh, and if you're wondering for the plug-in hybrid part of things, yeah, it's just right here, and it looks like it even has fast charging. That's crazy. Now taking a look at the interior, you've got this cool two-tone black and brown, more of like a beige, I suppose, interior. Anyways, window control right here, you got heated seats for the back passengers, Burmester sound system, and a nice wood trim. And then here are the seats, really nice material use throughout. Now legroom here in the back's really good. We've got little storage netting, we've got some vent action here, USBs down below, and headroom back here is also good. And then last but not least, cup holder armrest. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again, two-tone here. We've got all of our window controls, mirror adjustments, mirrors do power fold in. We've got memory seats with your power seat adjustment, heated and cooled seats, and then that's to adjust the passenger seat if you want. Speaker for the Burmester sound system, and then we do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. You can see again, perforated all down the center portion. You got some lumbar adjustments right there. And then light controls here off to the side, and then look at the trim here, really nice. So taking a look at the steering wheel, really nice material use all around, and I like this kind of design section here at the bottom. You got paddle shifters here on the back for that 9-speed, some controls for the center stack, voice command volume controls as well. We also have our cruise control here on the other side, and then controls there for that center stack. And then you guys can see turn signal / windshield wiper stalk, and then column shifter. Now taking a look at the gauge cluster, you guys can see full digital gauge cluster here, and you can change what it looks like. I think classic view makes the most sense for this, but you can also do nav screen, sport, all of that. So it's cool how customizable it is, and you can see just pretty much any bit of information there in the center too. Now this does have a 360 camera system, and I'm frankly a really big fan of Mercedes-Benz 360 camera system because resolution with the camera is really good. I mean, you can see out of every single angle with the vehicle. And then aside from that, response time with the screen itself is really good as well, as you can see. And notice we got all the seat kinetics, cool ambient lighting in normal Mercedes-Benz fashion. But yeah, responds well, and you can also control it with, again, this on the steering wheel, and then this little keypad down below. So soft touch here on the dash, as you can see, and then you can see the wood trim that goes across with all the vents. And then we got our dual zone climate controls, wireless phone charging pad, cup holder action, and then we kind of already went over the keypad, shortcut buttons. But the fun thing is the drive modes. So we've got a bunch. So individual, sport, hybrid, electric, battery hold. So I mean, there are drive modes for everything with this car. Got some ambient lighting here on the grab handle, which is cool. Center console's spacious. Love the trim on top, by the way. It has a nice texture to it throughout. Anyways, glove box, I guess, is locked, but nice padding on the outside. And then last but not least, we do have a panoramic sunroof up top. Now here's a quick look at the window sticker for the 450e. You guys can see all the standard equipment here. You've got your base MSRP $69,500, and then after all options on this particular one, total MSRP is $84,070. And let's see how this hybrid drives. Let's talk about visibility here in the GLE before we set off. Here's your visibility of the hood, both the mirrors, if you have blind spot monitoring, and throw the rest to the rear. And let us set off. So first off, seat comfort, normal Mercedes-Benz fashion, is really good. I think Mercedes has, you know, just absolutely nailed it with their seat ergonomics. And going with little bumps in the lot. Suspension's also pretty comfortable. Well, initially setting off here in the GLE, I'm in the fully electric mode. Let me tell you this, I mean, it's got more than enough juice. Like, this thing moves. It is actually quite impressive, and it feels like it has gears in the fully electric mode. Like, you can actually feel it shifting, which is very interesting. That the tech that Mercedes comes up with is always absolutely fascinating to me. But yeah, honestly, it drives like a regular GLE. And the GLE drives really well. It's very comfortable, it's quiet, it's just a really good luxury SUV overall. And this adds to the luxury experience because you've got, you know, engine, right? Well, I mean, you still have an engine up front, but like no engine noise when you've got this in the fully electric mode. And with the amount of driving range this has, 48 miles on a single charge, I mean, it's more than enough for most people with their whole commute, where you only would probably use gas with this if you go on like a road trip, for example. Now we're gonna pop it into the sport mode. So this is gonna be the high performance driving mode here with the GLE. Cool, we got a red light up here. That'll help out with getting a good acceleration here. But yeah, the engine's not, I mean, it doesn't, I mean, it's got the 9-speed, which is great, but it sounds pretty good for a 4-cylinder, if I'm being honest. Oh, that's boosty. Here's my honest take. It's good, it feels powerful. So what I was saying is, like most plug-in hybrids, this does not feel as strong as an ICE car with an engine that's larger and has the same amount of power. So like, you've got the GLE, what is it, 450 with the inline 6. That feels punchier than this, even though it has less torque. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm a big fan of this powertrain. I like the electric driving range. I like how this performs. This is definitely on the very, very positive side of things for plug-in hybrids. Apparently I'm horrible at turning this car. No, user error. But yeah, I mean, it still suffers from the thing that every single plug-in hybrid suffers from, and that is just feeling as powerful as their ICE counterparts. And I think, you know, a big part of that is, again, you have two different powertrains working with each other. And so, yeah, either way, let me know what you guys think about this GLE with the new plug-in hybrid. And let me know if you'd rather get this or if you'd rather get the inline 6.